Tanya Bishotti with NFL Network Now on the Western One Radio Network. The Pittsburgh Steelers are among several teams across the league holding voluntary OTAs this week as they and the rest of the NFL await clarity on Aaron Rodgers' status. Quarterback Mason Rudolph, who's participating in workouts, said he's unfazed by the constant buzz surrounding Rodgers' future, adding, "I've been used to that for a long time. Right now, I'm just focused on being the best I can be to help our team get better this spring." Meanwhile, the Browns are also on the practice field, including rookie defensive tackle Mason Graham, who just agreed to terms on a 4-year, nearly $41 million fully guaranteed rookie contract. And the Buffalo Bills are back to work without running back James Cook, who's seeking a new deal. Head coach Sean McDermott confirmed newly acquired pass rusher Joey Bosa is expected to miss time until training camp after suffering a calf injury last week. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. HIMS can help. Through HIMS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to HIMS.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
We've got trade wars, rising costs, global chaos, and a skyrocketing national debt. It's no wonder gold keeps hitting record highs. With everything going on in the world, thousands of hardworking Americans are looking to help diversify their savings with precious metals like gold and silver. And they're turning to the top-rated gold company, Goldco. Right now, Goldco is offering you a free 2025 gold and silver kit. Plus, you could get an unlimited instant match and bonus silver if you qualify. Find out how you can diversify your savings, tax and penalty-free today. Call 855-969-GOLD. That's 855-969-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO Centro, California. I think it's a Wednesday, 28th day of May, 2025. Yeah, these short weeks just kind of get to me. I'm Carroll in the newsroom. Jared, good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
These mornings. A little bit more humidity in the air today, but still very, very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Nice morning to sit on the patio and have a cup of coffee.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll take care of the news for you. Well, let's see. Speaking of news, did you hear about this?
What's
a man in Norway woke up to find a huge container ship in his garden.
What?
Yeah, the guy lives on the beach, and apparently the container ship just kind of drifted and ended up in this dude's garden. Yeah, he was a little bit upset. I mean, he found out that, it was a delivery for his neighbor from Amazon. Or maybe it was Temu. Yeah, or Shane. I don't know. One of those. Anyway.
No, he actually just ordered a container ship.
Yeah, well, there are people that are ordering that much from Amazon, and, that's the way it gets here, right? Oh, well. Anyway, let's see. Big things happening this weekend. We'll tell you about some of them. The rescheduled ice cream social and Rain on Main will be Friday night.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, and did you catch the 51st American Music Awards ceremony Monday night in Las Vegas?
No.
I didn't either, but I understand Eminem won favorite male hip-hop artist. Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us won favorite hip-hop song. I think both of them because, well, almost all the other rappers and hip-hop artists are in jail, in the hospital, or dead. So, whoever is left... Yeah, you're the one that gets the promotion, right? Okay. Coming up, we've got birthdays to celebrate. And let's jump in with our big shot birthdays of the day. Actor Carroll Baker is 94. She spells her first name the same I do, but she's a woman, trust me. Singer Gladys Knight, 81. No word on the Pips. Singer Billy Vera is 81. No word on the Beaters. Billy Vera and the Beaters. Singer John Fogerty, Creedence Clearwater Revival, 80. Let's see. Actor Luis Mostillo is 67. Actor Brandon Cruz, the little boy on TV's The Courtship of Eddie's Father, 63. Actor Krista Miller is 61. Actor Justin Kirk, 56. Actor Jake Johnson, 47. Actor Monica Keena is 46. Actor Alexa Davalos is 43. Singer Colby Kylie is 40. Actor Carey Mulligan is 40. Local birthdays coming up. Register now to attend the 2025 Imperial Valley Economic and Energy Summit, taking place June 11th and 12th, 2025 at Imperial Valley College. Join us for 2 days of cutting-edge discussions, dynamic speakers, and powerful panels focused on shaping the future of our region's economy and energy sector. Sponsor opportunities are now available, so act fast before they're gone. These opportunities include discounts, signature beverages, exclusive access, and more. Happy birthday, Carolina Anchagno, Alexandria Zavala, Millie Lopez, Tina Ross, Dominic Paramo, Chelsea Luna, Lucy Curiel, Nancy Abiang, Noe Tellis, Isaac Leon, Herb Pearson, Kathy Williams, Maria Luera, Rosemary Pacheco, Tanya Thomas, Lori Weaver, and Joshua Pena. Happy birthday from KXO. Well, one more name, Elizabeth Newbern, celebrates a birthday today as well. So happy birthday to everybody on our list. And let's go back in history to 1959. Monkeys, Abel, and Baker safely returned to Earth following a trip into space. They became the first animals retrieved from a space mission. If you look back, the Russians sent up a dog. I believe the dog was named Laika, and they left the dog in space. Abel and Baker came back, paving the way for brave pop singers and TV hosts to make the trip into orbit. Yeah, okie dokie. And let's see, what else is going on? Lots and lots of things going on, and we'll get to them in the local news. So we can get ready for that. And we will go in depth with weather. We'll update some sports and even take a look at financial news and let you know what's going on there. One more look back. If I were not on the radio, I would be teaching history. On this date in 1923, it was declared by the U.S. Attorney General that it was legal for women to wear trousers anywhere. Okay, now if yoga pants had been invented back then, they probably would have been made mandatory, but yes. Anyway, there are some people that should not be wearing yoga pants, but we won't go into that. We've got news. A look at world and California news headlines right now, brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They deliver real-time updates about the air that we breathe.
CBS News Brief. The Trump administration's halted interviews for student and exchange visas for foreigners, and that's not all. CBS's Nancy Cordes from the White House.
So anyone who wants to be a student here in the U.S. would have to have their social media accounts scrutinized.
Word from Prime Minister Netanyahu this past half hour. Israel killed senior Hamas leader Mohammed Sinwar in a recent airstrike in the Gaza Strip. He is, or was, the brother of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar, one of the masterminds of the October 7th attack, who was killed by Israeli forces last year. Israel has vowed to fight until Hamas is destroyed or disarmed and exiled, and until the remaining 58 hostages are returned. Ford is recalling more than 1 million vehicles because of problems with rear cameras. WWJ's Jeff Gilbert.
The issue is widespread. It impacts most Ford and Lincoln products from the last 3 years.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. Some angry reaction to news that ICE agents detained 4 illegal immigrants at a federal courthouse in San Francisco where they'd gone for their immigration status hearing. Attorneys noting immigration court has been hands-off for ICE agents in the past as the immigrants go before a judge.
I've been practicing in the San Francisco immigration court for over 20 years. The only time I've seen ICE make detentions at court is when there was a serious national security risk, terrorism threats, someone with a severe criminal history.
Millie Atkinson with the Bar Association, a statement from DHS saying Secretary Kristi Noem is reversing former President Biden's catch-and-release policies that she says made the country less safe. Investigators using AI in hopes of solving a 40-year-old murder case, helping to identify the victim as 54-year-old Vivian Moss, an AI-generated image that investigators hope will prompt witnesses to come forward.
We know who she is now. We have a name. We just want to find out what happened to her.
Santa Clara County DA Rob Baker, Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org and get real-time information about the air that we breathe.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the valley. And don't forget right now, the works. It's just $69.95 at Quick Lane following a $20 mail-in rebate.
The city of El Centro has named Police Chief Robert Sawyer as acting city manager. Here's George Gale.
Chief Sawyer will assume the role while the city continues to search for a permanent replacement. Sawyer takes over following the departure of interim city manager Daniel Paramo today, May 28th. Sawyer is an El Centro native with more than 27 years' experience in public safety, served as chief of police for the city of Brawley prior to returning as chief of the city of El Centro department in 2022. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Imperial County Public Works and the City of Imperial are working together. They will be hosting SB1 Roads List Workshop. It'll be held Thursday, May 29th at the Imperial Veterans Hall beginning at 5:30 p.m. Veterans Hall is located at 247 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. It will give residents an opportunity to provide feedback and help prioritize road repairs funded by Senate Bill 1, a landmark transportation funding measure that is delivering essential revenue to California counties for road and infrastructure improvements. For more information on the workshop, contact County Public Works. KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
Here's an idea. When your vehicle is just sitting there, whether it's at work or at home, and it needs service, let our mobile service come to you. Hey, this is Lauren at El Centro Motors. You know, whether it's batteries or brakes or tire rotation or an oil change or pretty much any need that your vehicle has, let us come to you. By utilizing our mobile service, it's easy. Just give us a phone call. We'll get your appointment set. Or if you prefer, you can visit us at one of our 3 conveniently located quick lanes for any and all of your service needs.
Imperial County Office of Education has named the Teacher of the Year. Here's George Gale.
Calipatria Unified School District culinary arts teacher Delana Gomez has received the honor. She is now designated as the Imperial County nominee for the California Department of Education's Teacher of the Year program. Ms. Gomez has been teaching culinary arts at Calipatria High School for the past 11 years. According to Calipatria High School principal Lucio Padilla Jr., Ms. Gomez is highly deserving of this Imperial County Teacher of the Year award for her mastery of the culinary arts, innovative teaching, commitment to student empowerment and leadership development, and for the passion for learning and growth mindset that she inspires in her students. Ms. Gomez will be recognized at the next ICOE board meeting. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Moratorium extended. El Centro City Council made the decision last week. City Council was considering extending the moratorium 45 days. The city's moratorium is on tobacco and smoke shops in the city. The council said they were concerned with health issues and how they affected residents. During the hearing, it was brought up there were more than health issues to discuss. Critics said the shops attracted loiterers and possibly a bad element. And the council then decided to extend the moratorium through April 7th, 2026 to discuss and clarify all issues. One shop owner said that's not fair because not all shops were bad. He said his shop did not sell tobacco, did not tolerate loitering, and chased away the drug addicts and other similar types. His plea did not affect the council's decision. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and the weather is next.
Page 1 of the local news, the service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and at the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
The Imperial Local Agency Formation Commission invites residents of Imperial County to apply for alternative public member seat on the commission. Applications can be found at iclafco.com. Deadline for applications is Monday, June 9th at 5 p.m.
And it's page 2 of the local news with a side of weather. Ketchup, mustard if you want. It's burgers and beer, the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday. Happy hour every day, 3 till 6 p.m.
One of my burgers and beer, I like that Chipotle kind of sauce they got.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but it's good. It's good. Assembly approves AB 1016, Assembly Bill 1016, approved by the State Assembly. Here's George Gale.
It was approved last week. It'll begin the Senate committee process on its way to the Senate floor. A bill allows for a pilot project aimed at increasing the generating capacity of geothermal power plants eligible for local permitting. Assemblyman Jeff Gonzalez says the bill is a game changer for Imperial County and the region where unemployment remains the highest in the state. Gonzalez said by expanding local permitting for geothermal power, this bill will bring much-needed jobs, support the schools, and generate revenue for local governments, all while advancing California's clean energy goals. KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A musical Saturday, fun and free musical feast. It's coming this Saturday. It'll feature the IBC music ensembles, mariachi, jazz band, chorus, and string ensembles. It starts at 4 p.m. at the St. Peter and Paul Episcopal Church, 500 South 5th Street in El Centro. All are welcome. There will be light refreshments after the show. And other music activities happening this weekend. It's The Sound of Music. It's on its way. Here is George Gale.
A local production is being produced by the North County Coalition of the Arts, being directed by Sarah Correa. The production will be presented this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Curtains go up at 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, and at 2 p.m. on Sunday. Doors open 30 minutes before. All performances are at the Imperial High School Multipurpose Room, 517 Barione Boulevard in Imperial. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, it looks like they'll be performing The Sound of Music. That'll be fun. And second annual Distance for Deliverance Walkathon. It's planned for 7 a.m. June 14th at Buckland Park. The event is to raise funds to increase services at Centinela State Prison and to expand into the Calipatria State Prison. It will be Father's Day weekend, a good time to take Dad for a walk. It is hosted by Kairos. That is a prison ministry that goes to Centinela Prison 3 times a month and has been doing this for over 15 years, going to the prison like that. And it is a non-denominational volunteer group representing several Valley churches. At the event, there will be coffee and pastries and time to share experiences. Kairos is a non-profit group. KXO Local News Time, 7:48. We'll take a look at local weather coming up next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice-cold beer? Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For May specials, try our Pineapple Martini or an ice-cold bottle of Busch Light for $3.99. May plated a month is a machaca torta. And we now offer a new seasonal dessert, the Churro Ice Cream Sandwich. Burgers and Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says seasonably hot and dry through Thursday with highs in the upper 90s to lower 100s. A pattern shift late this week will result in a slight boost in temperatures with highs peaking around 101 to 105 across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. An influx of tropical moisture over the weekend will cool temperatures to below normal by Sunday. Our high yesterday, 100 degrees, the overnight low, 66. Increasing clouds today with a high near 99. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming northwest. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 70. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast after midnight. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 100. East-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. 75 degrees and 56% relative humidity. Wind out of the east-southeast at 3 to 5 miles an hour. Air quality good throughout the Imperial Valley. Local news, page 2, and the weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can bring the family. You can meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action last night. The Indiana Pacers jumped to a 3-1 lead over the New York Knicks in the East Finals, Game 4. The Pacers 130, Knicks 121. Coming up tonight, the Timberwolves and the Thunder. Oklahoma City leads the West Finals 3-1. Okay, if you can still get the money down, I'd go with the Thunder and the Pacers. Okay, WNBA action. The Wings whipped the Sun 109-87. Liberty ran past the Valkyries 95-67. Lynx topped the Storm 82-77. Dream dumped the Sparks 88-82. Mercury 94. And Sky 89.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, the Padres fell behind 6-0 in the first inning, but then came back. Held the Marlins scoreless after that first inning. Padres with the win, 8-6. The Dodgers dumped the Guardians, 9-5. Shohei Ohtani homered for the third game in a row, his 20th four-bagger of the year. The Mets over the White Sox 6-4. Brewers beat up on the Red Sox 5-1. Reds topped the Royals 7-2. Cubs nipped the Rockies 4-3 in 11 innings. Rangers rolled. They shut out the Blue Jays 2-0. Astros jumped on the Athletics 11-1. Yankees edged the Angels 3-2. It was the Cardinals over the Orioles 7-4. Tigers topped the Giants 3-1. Phillies blanked the Braves 2-0. And the Twins over the Rays 4-2. Pirates pounded the Diamondbacks 9-6, and the Mariners beat up on the Nationals 9-1. Cal Raleigh, 19 home runs after 2 he jacked out yesterday. Well, Coco Gauff caused a brief yet amusing delay at the French Open, where she stepped onto court Philippe Chatrier without her rackets. A ball boy ran out minutes later carrying her pack of rackets. Which means we can now play. Novak Djokovic got a round 1 win in the French Open. He beat Mackie McDonald. Meanwhile, Terry Bradshaw says he's not a fan of the Steelers' prolonged pursuit of Aaron Rodgers. The 4-time Super Bowl winning Steelers quarterback didn't hold back in his assessment of the seemingly never-ending flirtation between Rodgers and Bradshaw's former team, the Steelers. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Hospital. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We'll catch up on what's happening on the big board, but investors are awaiting Fed meeting minutes and NVIDIA earnings and, looking at bond yields as well. Macy's sales and profit slipped in its first quarter in the department store, citing more cautious customers and the impact that the U.S. trade war will have on the company and its shoppers, trimmed its profit forecast for 2025. However, the retailer, which also owns upscale Bloomingdale's and the Blue Mercury cosmetics chain, topped most performance expectations for the first 3 months of the year and maintained its sales forecast for the year. National Public Radio filed a First Amendment lawsuit against the Trump administration on Tuesday, alleging that President Trump's attempt to defund NPR is a clear violation of the Constitution. Several NPR member stations from Colorado joined the national network in filing the suit, highlighting the local impacts of taxpayer-funded media. The lawsuit, filed in federal court in Washington, D.C., says Trump's maneuvers against NPR violate both the expressed will of Congress and the First Amendment bedrock guarantees of freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom of association. Chinese e-commerce firm PDD Holdings saw first quarter net profit fall 47% as its domestic platform suffered from intense local competition and its international business was hit by global trade uncertainty.
U.S. listed shares of the company fell more than 17%. PDD's massive bottom line miss is due to much weaker than expected operating margin, likely impacted by U.S. tariffs, said analyst Vinci Zhong. Taking a look at the big board right now, we see red, the Dow off 105 points at 42,238, S&P 500 down 15 at 5906, the NASDAQ off 42 at 19,157, gold up 30 cents an ounce, oil up 80 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number one priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
We will have increasing clouds today. Look for a high near 99. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour becoming northwest. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 70. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming east-southeast after midnight. Thursday will be mostly sunny with a high near 100. East-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. 76 degrees with that 55% relative humidity. Wind out of the east-southeast at 325 miles an hour. Air quality is good throughout the valley. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service in the valley that offers 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. Israel says it's killed a top Hamas leader. Here's CBS's Rami Inocencio.
Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke before Parliament and issued those words that Mohammed Sinwar, the younger brother of Yahya Sinwar, who was killed late last year, has now been killed in a list of Hamas leaders that he read out, killed recently in Israeli strikes.
The State Department has stopped the scheduling of new visa interviews for foreign students looking to study in the U.S. while it expands the screening of their activity on social media. That suspension's intended to be temporary and doesn't apply to most current applicants. CBS's Nikki Batiste.
To put that into some context, about 1.3 million foreign students were pursuing degrees here in 2023, and many of them paid full tuition. So without them, some of these schools will be looking for other ways to make up for that lost revenue.
And Secretary of State Rubio announcing a new visa restriction policy that will apply to, quote, foreign officials and people who are complicit in censoring Americans. Well, CBS's Nancy Cordes reports President Trump has not suggested new sanctions against Russia over attacks in Ukraine, but he has lashed out on the internet.
Russia has been intensifying its attacks on Ukraine. President Trump went after Vladimir Putin on social media, saying that if it weren't for President Trump, lots of bad things would already have happened to Russia, and that Putin is playing with fire here.
Elon Musk tells CBS News he's disappointed in the Trump budget bill, saying it increases the deficit and undermines his cost-cutting work. From Detroit, WWJ Radio's Jeff Gilbert has the latest major auto recall. Ford is recalling more than 1 million vehicles because their rear-view cameras may fail. This involves a majority of Ford and Lincoln models built in the past 3 years. A software error could cause the image to delay, freeze, or not show at all. Ford is working on a software update. Authorities in Lakeland, Florida say an alligator bit a 42-year-old man as he swam in a lake. And when he emerged from the water, he grabbed garden shears and charged at deputies who responded as neighbors watched.
He was very aggressive toward the policeman. I mean, he was after him.
And they say he tried to grab a gun and got in a patrol car.
I saw the two deputies pulling the suspect from the car.
The man with a history of methamphetamine arrests was eventually shot and killed by deputies. One called the sequence of events crazy stuff. Wall Street, the Dow is down 81 points. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
The Obamas have been spotted together after months of speculation.
People couldn't even fathom that I was making a choice for myself, that they had to assume that my husband and I are divorcing.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama addressed the speculation on Sophia Bush's podcast after she was a no-show at former President Carter's funeral and President Trump's inauguration. Now there's proof she and her husband are still a couple, or at least they still date. A photographer snapped pictures of the two all dolled up as they exited a restaurant at the upscale Lowell Hotel in Manhattan. The former president wore a dark suit, the former First Lady a black ruffled tiered midi dress and heels, and a huge smile. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News, New York.
The ticket seller TickPick says prices for the next 4 Indiana Fever WNBA games have plunged 71% because Fever star Caitlin Clark is out with an injury for the next 2 weeks. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
With Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.
12:30.